And how far would my phone say that I have walked from my house to the park and back?
Back to be 400.
400 meters, right? Here's the road. That is the distance. The distance that Mr. Millan has walked is 400 meters. But that is not the displacement. So you say, Mr. Millan, what is the diferencia? Well, to your legs, it definitely matters how far I've walked. But displacement is something else entirely. And this is, necesitan poner atención, porque distancia y desplazamiento no es lo mismo. Okay? Displacement counts positives and negatives. Displacement is a vector. It has direction. So that's the first thing that we need to know about these, is that distance is not a vector. Distance does not care about positive or negative, left or right. For instance, Mr. Millan and Ms. Chapa went up to Colorado this last summer, and we grabbed a truck from Brownsville, and we drove to Mo Ranch, and then from Mo Ranch we went to North Texas, and then from North Texas we went to Colorado. So we did a 3-stage trip, and then we drove back. The truck started out at 20,000 miles. By the time we came back, it was at 21,700 miles or something like that. Did the truck care whether we were going left, right, up, down? No, right? The truck, it just says you traveled 1,700 miles. However, displacement does care. Positive and negative. So let's try that question again, Mr. Galt, and let's ask ourselves, if Mr. Millan is walking 200 meters that way, to the right, in terms of a vector, how far has Mr. Millan walked?
200 meters.
Plus positive 200, right?
200, yes.
Positive 200 meters. But now, Mr. Galt, I reach the park, and I turn around and I start heading that way. So if I head now that way, the opposite direction, if this is positive, that way is negative. So how far have I walked from the park to my house? Negative 200 meters. So then, I walked 200 meters that way, 200 meters this way, negative 200 meters that way. In total, how much have I walked? What's my displacement?
400.
Zero. It's zero, right? Because you have positive 200 minus 200, and so you have equal to 0. And that is displacement. Okay?